Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing another Dota 2 game, and today we are following around Ancient Apparition, which is our player of choice, or rather our champion of choice. It was a request by one of my viewers. If you have a request yourself, just send me a message and I will see what I can do. So anyhow, yeah, we are going to follow him around, but... is this him? No, this is not him. Come on, where are you? He's over here. He's just watching around the map, I guess, because I have no other conclusion than that. Yeah, I did set it to player perspective, so it should... yeah, it should follow him. Maybe I should have clicked him afterwards, I don't know. Anyhow, we're going to follow him around. He is a support champion, which has, yeah, quite a few fairly useless skills, but can be very strong in the right team compositions. He has played quite a bit, but not because he's super strong. As I said, in the right team compositions he can do some pretty good things, and yeah, that's what he's normally used for. So anyway, we have a stun first of all on the queue. It is, however, a very circumstantial stun. It is well, it basically creates a region on the map, on the floor, which, well, if you don't move far enough away as an enemy, you get stunned. And yeah, well, the advantage is for the enemies, of course, that if they just walk away from it, then they're not going to get stunned. And it takes 4 seconds for the stun to actually do anything. It is, however, a pretty decent stun. It goes up to 3.5 seconds, which is pretty good. The thing is, you can use it not so much to stun, but to keep people away from certain regions. And if they don't move away, obviously, they will get stunned. But it is most of the time the skill that is leveled up first. As you can see here, level 2 already. Yeah, it's just the fact that it's such a circumstantial stun makes that it's not that useful. But as you can see, it can still do something. Yeah, we did get a nice kill there, and we are going to see what else we can create here. The W then, the W is a slow, which has a pretty decent radius. It stays for 12 seconds, which is quite a long time. Oh, by the way, the stun costs quite a bit of mana, 150 mana with a mana pool of about 450, which means that it consumes about 1/3 of your mana early game, which is a lot. Don't get me wrong, it is a decent stun, but it is not something you can normally use to, well, to just keep people out of your region when laning. So you really need to use it when trying to go for a kill, and, well, at no other moment, basically. So, yeah, the Ice Vortex is just as slow, or is not just as slow, it also decreases magic resist by up to 25%, which means that you do additional damage with your other skills, but not only you, also all other magic damage is increased, obviously. And that is awesome. So the increase in damage is obviously based on the decrease in resists, but it's not necessarily 25%. Because it depends on, well, how it is all applied. And as you can see, the stun goes off here because he actually combined it with what's your name, Nature's Prophet. He combined it with Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet caught him, and then, well, the guy had no other thing to do than to just stand there until until he died. Or till he got stunned, and because of the stun he died. So nice combination of skills there. Obviously they knew this was going to happen, so the combination of the two heroes makes that you can combine those skills, and the combination of the skills is very, very good. So yeah, as I said, on its own, Cold Feet not the best because you have such a long time to run away. Then the E, Chill and Touch, it is not used very often in the early game, although it is most effective in the early game. Yeah, it is a decrease, yeah, that's correct, a decrease in attack speed for your own allies. And it is also an increase in damage for that same ally. So it's a combination of two things, but it reduces the attack speed by 15%, which means that yeah, the damage has to compensate for that, and the damage is pretty significant. It's 50 to 80. So you get up to 80 extra damage with 15% basically reduced damage. So that means that in the early game, if you would get 80 extra damage, yeah, that would be huge, because your damage is quite low in the early game. As you can see, 66 damage currently. And yeah, it's just losing 15% of your attack speed in the early game. Yeah, that sucks. Just as well as it sucks in the late game, because both of them will reduce your damage over time by 15%. And the thing is that if you increase the damage, then, well, the most effective increase in damage is of course when your damage is very low and the increase is relatively high. And in the late game, obviously, if you have 200 damage, then 80 damage is not that much. If you only have 60 damage, then 80 damage is a whole lot. So you can see how that goes. So the reduction in percentage is the same, but the absolute reduction will be much more in the late game, and we are in trouble here. Yep, a very, very nice gank here from the Brewmaster. And the Brewmaster coming in, immediately using his ultimate and getting some nice damage off. So I think he's going to ult here. I'm not actually sure. It depends on when he's back up. Let's see, because I didn't select him anymore. He is back up, but well, the Phantom Lancer is gone now. Well, he's all the way at the turret. It's now very hard to actually get that kill off. The ultimate then, I'm not sure. Yeah, he is going to use his ultimate, it seems. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. But using it on the mid lane. Okay, I kind of expected that for the top lane. But used it on the mid lane. You saw the ultimate flying across the map. It is a global ultimate. It just takes a while to get to the other side of the map. So it's not a global ultimate that gets applied immediately. It is a skill shot. It launches a ball across the field, and yeah, it's very, very hard to hit. As I said, he has a few iffy spells that aren't that useful. The Q is not that useful as a stun. The E is not that useful because it reduces damage instead of increasing in some cases, and the ultimate is not that useful because it's very hard to hit. On the other hand, if you do hit one of the spells, it increases, or it gets great damage out of it, or great utility, or whatever you want to call it, because, well, the Cold Feet doesn't actually do that much damage. It does a lot of stun, basically. Here you can see immediately breaking that, well, that distance. And, oh, wow, nicely done. Invoker gets the kill. Invoker, of course, has a real global spell that you can cast anywhere on the map, and it instantly casts there. Yeah, that's a big difference, because this spell, so the Ice Blast, takes a long time to actually get across the map, but if you hit it then yeah, it is pretty significant. So it increases, it does a whole lot of things. It does damage over time. It slows, I believe. You can instantly kill people if they go below a certain amount of HP, which is 10, 11 or 12% depending on the level of your ultimate. And Phantom Lancer is going to get a kill here. Oh man. So long, the freeze. But yeah, Phantom Lancer gets the kill. Yeah, the ultimate, as I said, it's kind of... Anyway, enough about that. Let's just watch the plays and see if he can actually make it work. So far, he is 2-2. No, he's not 2-2. He's 0-2. Come on, be real. There you go, 1-2. Okay. He actually got a kill. Oh, he got that first kill. Yeah. With the Nature's Prophet, he got that kill. I kind of forgot about that. So keep in mind that the ultimate has a relatively short cooldown, 45 seconds. And yeah, it can be used very effectively again in these kind of situations. By the way, the area of effect of the ultimate is bigger if you if it travels a longer distance, which makes it a little bit easier to hit in longer ranges, but it is still pretty hard to hit. We get another kill here, very nice. Now we're 2-2. And by the way, this is a live game, so I have no clue how he's going to do, obviously. And I don't even know which team is going to win. Well, obviously. Yeah, we are going to pick up a turret here, I believe. Yeah, we have 4 champions here. Heroes, sorry. We have 4 heroes here. We should easily be able to pick up this this tower kill. And of course, we need to be careful not to lose the last hit. There is a teleport incoming, and who was that? Oh, that was Phantom Lancer. Okay, Phantom Lancer is of course a hero, sorry, with invisibility. So he can teleport in straight at the tower, although that is still not recommended. So item-wise, we have the headdress, which restores HP. It's not a great item, but yeah, well, it does something at least. Then we have the magic wand, which is basically a burst heal for either mana or, well, no, for mana and mana and health. Yeah, it is based on the number of charges that you get on it, and you get a charge every time an enemy uses a skill, well, in your vicinity. Which means that if you're in a lane with someone who casts a lot of spells, it is great. But if you're in a lane with someone who doesn't cast any spells, it's kinda, yeah, nothing. Anyhow, power threads are the final item here. Power threads, of course, give you +6 or +8, +6? No, +8 to either the strength, the agility, or the intelligence. So you can choose one. In this case, it's set to intelligence because it is an intelligence hero. And intelligence hero gain damage from intelligence, obviously, which means that he has 8 more damage with each basic attack, and also he gets more mana and mana regen from it. So that's great. You can also switch it, of course, to strength, and then you get health and health regen from it. And you can put it to agility, and then you get armor and attack speed from it. So all 3 have their uses, but most of the time we see people going for the strength setting because it makes your hero harder to kill. In this case, yeah, not so much. In this case, he is going for intelligence. I don't know what's going on. They're talking in Russian, and I can't read Russian. So we're going to have to wait until the pause is done. And there we go. Continuing on, we are pushing the top lane. Currently it is 9-10, so a very even game so far. Let's see how we are doing in the gold and such. Experience is pretty much the same. There's about 800 between the 2 teams, which is pretty much the same. The Radiant, however, that's our team, is significantly ahead in gold, which means that they picked up, well, just a little bit more of everything. The Brewmaster 5-0, that is that's pretty good. Yeah, Brewmaster disconnected apparently. Oh, and so did the Luna. Holy crap. Yeah, this is what happens every now and then if you cast a live game. And we do get some kills going. 1-1, obviously we died there. But yeah, Phantom Lancer can still carry this game, so don't worry. It is just going to be a little bit harder for them. Hopefully they will return, and this is exactly why you have a pause button. In higher level play, so this is not super high level play, but in higher level play, you will see people allowing the pause for a few minutes to allow people to reconnect, because they're really not that far behind currently. And yeah, although, well, everyone is behind on 4 guys of our team, so maybe it was just already a rage quit. As I said, I can't read it, so it's kind of hard to determine. Is he going to launch? No, he's not going to launch his ultimate. Kind of assumed he would. I thought that was Brewmaster, but yeah, it is Brewmaster. And he disconnected once again. It's kind of cute that he has all kinds of different colors in his name. I don't know how he did that. But anyhow, yeah, we have 2 disconnects on the enemy team. Hopefully they will reconnect soon. Otherwise, yeah, we're kind of screwed. So he currently bought the Claymore with just plus 21 damage, and the damage is not based on which type of hero you're playing. So the damage gets applied to whatever hero you're playing. So you can play him as a, you can use it as an intelligence hero. You can also use it as any other type of hero. Wow, is he going to get killed by an AFKer? Or rather, a disconnected. Yep, he is going to get killed by a disconnected, well, player. And, well, that might actually be able to pick up a second kill here. Yeah, not entirely picking up the kill, but it was pretty close. I mean, that was pretty close. They do, however, pick up the second kill there with the green team. So yeah, Nature's Prophet getting killed by an AFK, which is kind of strange. I don't know if the AI takes over, by the way, because he did use his ultimate, and it seemed that that was just an AI who took over that, well, kind of the control of the hero. So yeah, we are going to dominate this top lane now, and I think it was just that the Brewmaster kind of knew they were too far behind, because otherwise he would have reconnected by now. I mean, there are lots of reasons why people can't reconnect, but normally we see them reconnect anyway. Or, well, normally we see them reconnect in after like a minute if they can reconnect. But in this case, yeah, it has been 4 minutes, which means either he rage quits, and we will never know which one it is, but either he rage quits or he has some trouble, real trouble with his computer, maybe a power outage, something like that. Oh, Brewmaster actually came back. Wait, please. So, yeah, he is back, and yeah, hopefully we will be able to continue the game with the full amount of heroes. They are ahead 14 to 12, which is kind of surprising. The Radiant did take over the experience lead now, but they are still, well, climbing ahead. Even though they're behind on kills, they are usually ahead in gold, and that means that, well, even though, yeah, they picked up a few less kills, they did do a very good job of just keeping track of, or keeping on top of the minions. And again a pause. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that you have these pauses, but on the other hand it is very useful because people actually get the chance to reconnect. It is, however, a flawed system because, well, how long are we supposed to wait? They do get a reconnect here from Luna. She did reconnect. No longer has the disconnect symbol in it, but they are going to be significantly behind. Even though they're, yeah, they're 3 kills up, as I said. Wow, a nice fissure there. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, whatever. It doesn't really matter. So let's see, the 2 guys that disconnected are currently still reasonable in gold. Well, the Brewmaster at least. The Luna is pretty far behind, level 8, Well, we have a level 9 here, but level 8 and yeah, only 3,400 gold. That's not really a whole lot. Earthshaker has a similar amount of gold, but yeah, they have 2 guys that are really low on level. Well, I guess we have 2 as well. Invoker isn't that high either. Yeah, well, it's surprising that they actually might make it work, the enemy team. It is, of course, well, a carry heavy game this, so if you have a carry that's fed, like if you have a fed Phantom Lancer, and he doesn't even have to be that fed, he just has to have some gold. And he currently doesn't have that gold yet, but if he is going to get some gold at some point, then yeah, he can definitely carry the whole team, even though the rest of his team sucks balls. I'm not saying they do, but even if they do. So currently Phantom Lancer, the carry on the enemy team, being 3rd from the bottom, and the carry on our team, I guess that would be, I have no clue, to be honest. Well, we see Nature's Prophet carry quite a lot. Razor might actually be a carry. I'm not actually sure. These are all heroes that I don't regularly see. Well, I do see them regularly, but yeah, I don't know. Normally they get pushed into assist roles, all of them, because well, nobody else basically, or someone else will carry, and so nobody will let them get the gold that they need to carry. But I guess the Razor can do very well. Yeah, he can definitely take out the whole team. Earthshaker is doing a pretty good job as well. He has been doing some great assisting, just that he's behind in levels, and that makes that in gold, and that makes that he's kind of, well, a little bit behind on items, a little bit behind on damage and such. So all in all, yeah, makes it hard to do anything for him, but he is still doing a good job. So that was Nature's Prophet using his ability to just teleport all the way across the map. Doesn't have to run into lane. Running in lane is for lesser beings. And he is just going to do hold off that top lane. Ancient Apparition in the meantime is going to help his team. Team is going for Roshan, and of course with all of those trees to help, it should be an easy Roshan, because yeah, the trees will tank all of the damage. They don't do a whole lot of damage, but it is still pretty useful to have. One of the enemies coming in from behind though, and are they going to spot them? The Roshan falls, and yeah, there are the enemies. They knew the Roshan was being taken, and oh, overshoots that with his ultimate, but you still get the chance to detonate your ultimate earlier. I don't know if it does reduce damage, because it doesn't actually say, but you still have a chance to detonate your ultimate, even if it doesn't reach the final destination. We have quite a bit of fighting going on over here. Earthshaker died already. He did his job, I guess, and yeah, Phantom Lancer is the one that is still standing and still in the fight. Oh, Mirana is also still in the fight, and sorry, Luna. That's Luna, right? Yeah, it is Luna. Luna is also still in the fight. I kind of missed her there, because she was sitting on the side of my screen, and obviously both of them make it out. But yeah, a good trade there, 17 to 21. And they did pick up the Roshan. I don't know who picked up the Ages of Immortality. No, of the Immortals, sorry. Oh, someone who already died. It doesn't matter then. You can see it if you want to. Razor already has Boots of Travel. And yeah, that's because of the Hand of Midas. 2 Hands of Midas on this team. Yeah, the Hand of Midas gives you a whole bunch of extra gold And boots of travel are the most expensive boots, but also, well, just super useful boots. Give you additional movement speed as well as the ability to teleport to one of your minions, or I believe also an allied hero. Not actually sure about that though. And are we going to land this kill? It is going to be close. Answer was no. Is he invisible? Oh yeah, he has Shadow Blade. Okay, nicely done. Using the Shadow Blade to become invisible and actually making it work for him. Actually got out of that. So yeah, the Shadow Blade is normally used, of course, on agility heroes because they're kind of fragile, and well, they can use that that invisibility to get out of fights when they're being focused. And of course, with the additional movement speed, it becomes useful for a lot of champions. We see it on the Alchemist as well, because the Alchemist has a very good stun, but yeah, you need to land it at the moment it is at its maximum capacity, and you have 2 seconds to do so. And if you do it correctly, then you can get a very nice stun off. The problem is you have to be close enough to an enemy hero to actually launch your stun, otherwise you get stunned. So that's why people normally take Shadow Blade on him, because with the Shadow Blade you can run up close to them and just smack him in the face. And that's the way that works. Anyhow, someone is controlling some jungle minions. And yeah, well, we're not too worried about that. All kinds of teleports coming into the top lane. And oh. Oh, yeah, well, we didn't follow. I think that would have done more damage normally, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, we do have the Brewmaster over here. He might have disconnected again. I don't know. It seems that he is kind of in the wrong place there, and he was standing still, so that's kind of strange. The nice stun coming on the Nature's Prophet. The Nature's Prophet is going to drop because of that great Mirana stun. Sorry, that is Mirana. Yeah, this is Mirana. See, I knew she was here somewhere, but well, anyhow. Great stun. Invoker in quite a bit of trouble here, and wow, we are going to pick up quite a bit. And however, the Invoker is still in trouble and nobody assisting him, even though his team is still pretty close by. And are we going to land this? Yes, we are going to land the kill. Finding the invisibility just in time, the Invoker, and actually made that work for him. So nicely done. So 2 for 4 trades, or 4 for 2 I should say, because they did get 4. And I think Mirana was either the only one escaping, or she's already back up, but I don't think... So she either was the first one to die, or she didn't die at all. And I think she didn't die at all. But yeah, 24 to 25 now, which means that we did come back in kills, but yeah, we're still significantly ahead in gold. 50 to 34k. There's really nothing that the enemy can do about that that gold, it seems. But yeah, as I said,